Hi Candace, David again. Okay, in meditating upon some of the Messiah's laws, yeah, when we take the time to meditate on them each day, uh, one of the laws that we may want to keep in mind is that within the Messiah's laws, there's like an ancient, I'll call it an ancient light, that shines in his laws. And that light has been shining, since the beginning of time, since the beginning of the earth's creation. It's much more ancient than any of us currently. And even if we live to be 100 years old or 360 years old, like Enoch's people, Enoch had to be with his people for 360 years. Even if we live to be that old, the light is more ancient than that, So, it goes back thousands of years. And so, within his light, within his light, it's just an ancient light. And it's a faithful light, it's a trusted light, and it's a steady light. Kind of like a constant or like a polar star. That we can trust in. And so that light exists. And so when we make Heartbeat City, we need to make sure that we meditate upon that light and study it in every way, shape, and form. And we always want to make sure that we're doing everything to the very best of our ability within the laws that God's already given us. And they're time-tested, time-honored, timeless laws. And it's same with that light. That's what I meant to say. The Messiah's light that will be in Heartbeat City and that exists within the Messiah's laws is a time-tested light, time-honored light, and timeless light. So time-honored, time-tested, timeless light within the Messiah's laws, and that includes the Messiah's truth, the Messiah's intelligence, the Messiah's counsel, the Messiah's, everything about the Messiah's house is all encompassed in that light. And so within the Messiah's laws, when he says, "Let your light so shine before men," we ought to meditate upon that. How, to discover for ourselves individually, how am I supposed to let my light shine? How am I going to let my light shine responsibly, dutifully, honorably, in a dignified fashion that respects each member of God's family within our own house, and then within the house, our neighbor's house, or within any other member of God's family. And so sometimes, like where we have disagreements and things like that, we need to learn to disagree without being disagreeable. And sometimes we have to be strong, and sometimes we have to be creative in fighting the good fight in order for the good fight to win. Because the last thing you want on earth is for the bad fight to win or for the wrong fight to win. It just makes everybody miserable, more miserable than we ought to have to be. So anyhow, just wanted to get that on record, and those are, I believe, the only things I had on my mind this morning. So I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.